between 10 and noon, we bring you the Sports Spotlight right here on Radio Azad, where your voice matters. I'm your host, Rizwan. And I believe Omer and possibly even Uzair are going to join in a little bit. If they do, they've got about 10 minutes to get things going because after that, we're going to be swiveling the spotlight over from the cricket oval onto other sports. So let's get into it, shall we? Here we go. All right. Welcome to Radio Azad. Umair, do you have Uzair with you?
Uzair मेरे साथ नहीं. Hold on, let me put
okay, I thought
him there.
Yeah, I thought,
call him up.
Yeah. I wanna hear his take on what transpired yesterday. All right, while we're trying to get that, I'm going to catch you up on the matches going on right now. We mentioned one earlier. Ireland is batting against Sri Lanka for a target of 164. They're at 90 at a loss of 2 in the 13th over right now. Need 74 off the last 45 deliveries. Is it doable? Yes. Are they going to make it? I don't know. All right. It sounds like I'm getting... Umair, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. How do I combine?
I think he's trying to call you.
Yeah, I need tech support on the air. How do I just add the other line? Will he merge in? Let's try it. Nope. Radio Azad. Uzair, is this you? Man, I don't know what's happening. I need an intern who can do the equipment. Radio Azad. Uzair, do I have you?
Hey, Rizwan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. So I lost Umair now. I can't merge calls here. Somebody needs to.
I can merge him here.
Yeah, pull him in, man. It's easier that way. Hey, I've been asking the suits to provide me an intern. It sounds like one has been provided. All I need is somebody else to do the work, right? All right. You got Umair?
Umair is there as well.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's get to it, shall we? So yesterday, the T20I World Cup got going. And it got going with not a bang, but a whimper until there was a bang at the end. So Pakistan and Netherlands kicked it off. And Netherlands, Pakistan bowling looked good. Netherlands scored 147. You would think that with a minnow like that, you would hold them to even less than 147, but still 147, a very gettable target until Pakistan decides to do Pakistan things. What the heck happened there after a wonderful start from the Pakistan openers? Sahibzada Farhan had a 47 off of 31, Saeed Ayub 24 off of 13. And then Salman Agha and Babar Azam came in and slowed things down. And then the bottom fell out. Just the bottom fell out with the middle order man. Usman Khan for a duck off of 2 deliveries. Shadab Khan 8 for 12. Muhammad Nawaz 6. I think it was they had in the 11th over, Pakistan hit 100, and then over the next 8 overs, they scored like 17 runs. 17 runs. Right. And until out of, this is what Pakistan does. You think they're going to win, then you think they're going to lose, then you think they're going to win, then you think they're going to lose.
So this is our style, right? This is how we make simple things complicated. This is how, we do stuff.
Like, what are we doing?
And I think what happened was that, so this is what my theory is about Pakistan, right? That when we are in a good position, we're doing good, everything is well and good, nothing to worry about. But as soon as we lose a couple of wickets, the thought of losing the game against a minnow,
it's the mental toughness or lack thereof.
Right.
Zehni pukhtaги nahi hai.
Right. वो जो ना ज़हन में आ जाती है कि okay, what if we're gonna lose this match? What if? Because if we lose, we're not playing India, then we are out of the tournament. Then what's gonna happen? That when you start thinking that way, then you are not in the game anymore. Your head is outside the stadium. You're not here.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. That's what happened.
Well, thankfully for Team Pakistan, Rana Fahim Ashraf Sahib was able to get his head in the game, at least for that one over, in the 19th over. In the 19th over.
Lucky for us.
Yeah,
Lucky for us.
Pakistan needed 29 off the last two overs. The match was done, right? The match was, there was no way. There was no way they would come back. But, I talked to Shep about this. He's going to be calling in a minute. But I talked to him about this all the time where for years and years, ever since, he and I have known each other going back to college, and that's one of the things he points out, my optimism, my eternal optimism as a sports fan. I'm sitting there trying to figure out, in anything, basketball, football, cricket, like, okay, it doesn't matter. You've got this many, in this one, we need 4 sixes here. And, or in football, all right, if we score a touchdown, we get an onside kick, we score another touchdown, we can get the ball back and still try to win. Those are the things that I'm always concocting as I'm watching these games. And this is what was happening. I'm sitting up Friday night up until like 3 in the morning, 3:30, whenever this thing was going on. And I was thinking the same thing. I was like, well, Fahim Ashraf is there. All he needs is 3 or 4 sixes in this 19th over. And lo and behold, first delivery, he just smashes it. I think that was like a 82-meter, just a blast. And luckily on the next one, he was going to be out. I mean, it would have been a spectacular catch, but he was going to be out. The defender had both his hands on the ball, and then as he fell to the ground, the ball pops out. He was able to, not only was he safe, but he was able to get back on strike, complete that second run when the ball popped out, get back on strike, and on the third delivery, smashes, I think that was the 89-meter one, and then after a dot ball, hits a third six. And at that point, the game was basically over. Right, basically the game was over. Yes, they were still short 10 runs, but on that next delivery, the last delivery, Van Beek was just done. He was beaten into submission, gave a fairly easy ball that Fahim ended up messing up. I mean, he got a thick edge, but sometimes, well, what's that old saying? Luck is with the brave. He edged it, but edged it right between the two fielders, raced away for a 4. And all in all, Fahim Ashraf had 24 runs off of that 19th over, all but locking up a victory for Pakistan, which he completed on the third delivery of the 20th with another 4. And Pakistan wins. Just miraculously, surprisingly, unexpectedly, they win.
And if you look at the stats, right, Pakistan has won more these miracle games than any other team.
Team.
See, the thing is, I think a lot has to be, thought. You have to give a lot of thought into the next game because next game is against USA, and USA has done pretty well against India, right?
Oh,
they actually almost collapsed India.
Yep.
India was 75 for 6.
Yep.
You don't expect India to be that way. Against a team like USA. I was at least expecting that India would thrash them with 200 runs.
Yeah.
That didn't happen. Thanks to Sky, thanks to Surya Kumar, right? But they were able to reach to that 160 target. Otherwise, it was probably a 130, 140 target. That's
probably gettable by. So, look, we're seeing this here, right? Even against West Indies and Scotland. Scotland put up a fight. Yeah, they started losing wickets, and 182 was always going to be tough, but they put up 147 in 19 overs, losing by 35. And then USA has a good showing against India. That Afghanistan, New Zealand, we're not going to have time. I've got to drop. Shep's calling in now, but New Zealand, Afghanistan was an exciting cricket match, and now you've got Ireland. Who is above 100 now. They only need 60 off the last 6 overs, and we'll see how that turns out. But I mean, all of these, I don't know if it's the nerves on the Sharks part or
occasion. It's World Cup, right?
Yeah, so they are catching up pretty nicely. These minnows, they're catching up, and I'm thinking there might be some upset here and there. There might be.
Yep.
They're always,
I won't be
yeah.
surprised. Let me say it on the air. I won't be surprised if USA beats Pakistan. Let's say that.
I mean, they've done it before. They can do it again.
Hey, what's the
Yeah.
opposite? What's the opposite of aapke muh mein ghee shakkar? We can't say that on the air, can we? All right.
England go what a game that was against England.
Man,
England.
Nepal almost had it.
That's what I'm saying. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Right, the question is, before I know Rizwan was calling, the question is against the US game. What do we think that is Babar going to play or not? That's a big question right now on social media.
Oh, I think he should.
I think it's unfair to just blame this one guy. But I would say, yeah, just drop him, see what's going to happen. I think it's just very unfair to blame just Babar. And I agree, he had the opportunity to take the game and win the game for Pakistan. He had the opportunity.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. But then there was an opportunity with Usman Khan. There was the opportunity with Mohammad Nawaz. Also, there was an opportunity with Shadab. But they also didn't deliver. So, it seems like sometimes that I'm not taking the blame away. Babar is more responsible because he's the most senior player in the team.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just that there is only one person to point fingers at, and that's Babar always, every time. And when he scores, there is not enough appreciation of him as well.
That's true. That is a true point. Hey, so let's do this. That match is on Tuesday. You guys are going to be on the air on Wednesday. Let's talk all things Pakistan and USA. That match from Tuesday on Nahle Padala on Wednesday night. Okay. Thank you so much, Umair, Uzair. Always a pleasure having you guys. Have a great day, and we'll talk on Wednesday. All righty. That was our very own Umair and Uzair. And now, hopefully, Shep can call in and we'll get going. But yes, I'm gonna join them Wednesday night to talk Pakistan cricket and that match between Pakistan and the USA that's going to take place on Tuesday. And with that, on the airwaves of Radio Azad, we're going to swivel the spotlight over from the cricket oval to, what do we have here? Oh, well, you heard the name. You know where we're going. Oh, yeah. Big jam by old man LeBron. Yes, we're going to be talking the NBA for the next 10 minutes or so. Welcome, Shep. Good morning. How are you?
I'm pretty good. We finally had a day above freezing. After the day.
Hey.
Should come back later this week.
Not enough above to melt everything, right?
Oh no, I sailed over a foot of snow on my upper deck. But hey, I'm looking forward to talking about some interesting trades this week, and of course that little game they're playing of football today.
Oh yeah. No, we're going to be all about the Super Bowl starting at 11 or 11:05 when we get back from the break. But right now, the trade deadline was last week, and man. Oh, man. By the way, folks, the Winter Olympics are going on across the world, and Lindsey Vonn, unfortunately, crashed right out of the gates within a few seconds of her first event and had to be airlifted. Our thoughts and prayers are with Lindsey Vonn, and hopefully she can...
Yeah, I saw that. I hope she's okay.
Yeah.
It was the helicopter out.
Exactly. It was pretty bad. So yeah, basketball, man. The trade deadline. It happened with a bang, but I want to focus right here for our fans here in the city, in the great Metroplex DFW, for the Mavericks fans. Look, we're never going to be able to wash ourselves, or I mean, maybe 50 years from now, but never going to be able to wash ourselves from the stench of what happened trading away Luka Doncic exactly a year ago, or a few days more than a year ago. But we did a cleanse, right? We got rid of, ultimately, there was a lot more involved in there, but ultimately what everybody remembers is Luka got traded for Anthony Davis. And the Mavs were able to find, what's that Rizwan's first rule of business. We were able to find someone dumber than ourselves to take Anthony Davis off our hands.
Somehow the Mavs managed to get more for Anthony Davis than they did for Luka Doncic.
That I have no words. I mean, that is. I want everybody in the world to have a livelihood, be able to provide for themselves and their family, but that man
thinking
should.
About what Washington may have been thinking.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah, we'll get to that, but I'm just saying that man who I've decided I'm never going to say his name again, who traded away Luka. I hope this is an indictment. What you said, the fact that the Mavs got more for Anthony Davis than they got for Luka, should be a death knell in his ability to ever even dream about, even interview for a NBA general manager job.
Yeah, I think he's toast.
Okay, so let's talk about, look, did they get a king's ransom? Absolutely not. But they got something. It's those firsts are. We'll get into the first round picks that they got in return. But let's finish your thought. You said you thought you understood what Washington, what the Wizards were trying to do.
They had a lot of cap room to use this summer, but they used it right now. They added Trae Young and Anthony Davis. They've spent 3 years trying to tank, so they're trying to get a couple veterans to mesh with their core, right? Their young core, which they'll also get a high draft pick this year. And Young and Davis aren't going to play for them this year, so they're going to tank for the rest of the year.
Get a lottery pick
and see what they can do.
Yep.
I mean, I guess it's shooting for something, right? It's shooting big. So we'll see how that. I just don't know how they think they're going to get minutes in the future out of Davis and Young.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to. But look, I mean, if they can, maybe the probability of both of them having a full healthy season is less than 5%. But if they're swinging for the fences, right? If they can get a completely healthy Anthony Davis and a completely healthy Trae Young, and those two can mesh, right? We don't know if they're going to play well together. We think they will. I think a healthy Trae Young can flourish with a healthy Anthony Davis. And the young core, they've got 2 or 3 really, really good, maybe not great yet, but really good players. And they're hoping to catch lightning in a bottle and get through. What do we say when we were talking off the air earlier today? This is, I think, the Wizards. I don't know if they're hoping for, but they're definitely set up to have that San Antonio type year, that Indianapolis Colts type year where Peyton Manning got hurt and they absolutely plummeted. They were able to get Andrew Luck with that first pick, but this is, and they still had a pretty decent roster, so Luck was able to step right in, and they were a playoff team. But more importantly, I think it's the San Antonio, what they did in the late 90s, where David Robinson, they were perennial playoff teams, and then Robinson gets hurt, and they absolutely tanked. They get Tim Duncan, and right off the bat, they're not only in it, but they're like serious contenders the very next year. That's probably what they're hoping for, but Anthony Davis has not played more than 50 games in like 6 years now, 5 years, 6 years, something like that. So
yeah, I don't understand. I understand the theory. I don't understand the execution because of some of the Davis injury history.
Just got to find someone dumber than yourself.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, and look, I'm always wary when GMs seem to think they're smarter than everybody else.
Yeah.
The people who seem to think they're smarter than everybody else tend not to be.
Yep. And the Wizards and somewhat the Hornets, although the Hornets appear to have kind of course corrected a little bit, but they're kind of like the Cleveland Browns of the NBA, right?
Yeah, I was going to ask, when in your memory have the Hornets ever been a viable team? I mean, like, since Grandmama, right?
Yeah.
When did they
Morning and Johnson.
Yeah, that's a long time ago.
Late 90s.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, man. Anytime you're talking over a quarter century in sports franchise history, that's a long time.
Yep. And the thing is, these two franchises, right? So look, the Wizards. Remember, the Mavs were able to get Daniel Gafford and PJ Washington from them for essentially nothing. Right? That's why I say I think you know this. I want our listeners to know. I do not invoke the Cleveland Browns name lightly. Right? I mean, this is a franchise that the Washington Wizards that year after year they are. If they've got some talent, they're going to give it away, and more importantly, they're going to buy defective and bad talent and often overpay for it.
You always are looking for who you can take advantage of to dump your bad positions.
Yep.
And so there's some sports franchises out there that just seem eager to be fleeced.
Yep. All right. So good for the Mavs getting this done. But there was a lot that.
Okay, there was a lot of trades, and there's going to be a lot of tanking in the next couple months, despite the league's efforts to get rid of it.
Absolutely.
There's going to be a lot of people not trying to win real hard.
Yep. Hey, I want to ask you about. Actually, I really wanted to focus on the Jazz, but let's spend the next couple of minutes before we go to the break. The Boston Celtics, what are they doing? This was supposed to be a rebuild year. This was supposed to be. Are they just too rife with talent? Are they just superbly coached?
Salary dump. They were over the second apron, right?
Uh-huh.
And they've dumped Minot, Tillman, and Boucher to get out of the salary tax.
Yeah, but how are they sitting at the top of the East? I mean, not at the very top, because surprisingly, the Detroit Pistons.
Well, I think that they're still going to be a really competitive team. And they've got they got Vucevic, right?
Yep.
They needed a center, and now they've got a veteran center. Okay, they dumped some salary. Minot, Tillman, Boucher were not crucial to the team, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they got rid of Simmons for Vucevic, or Vucevic, I guess I should say. So look, they're trying really hard to stay under the luxury tax, because if they go over next season, they'll be in a repeater violation status, which is a really heavy penalty. So they do have financial considerations. So that's what that was.
Yep. All right. Well, we're going to take a short break. Actually, I want to come back and wrap up the NBA, because there's one other franchise that I think is flying under the radar with the moves that they made and set themselves up for next year. We're going to talk about that when we get back, and then swivel the spotlight over to the king of sports, the NFL. It is a big, big Sunday today. It's Super Bowl Sunday. So we're going to talk all about that when we get back from this break. You're listening to the Sports Spotlight right here on Radio Azad.
This is Radio Azad, where your voice matters. Streaming in Dallas, Fort Worth, and all around the world.